from the University of Kansas, you're watching KUJH News.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Tomas Hoppough with your Wednesday news. Lawrence police believe 2 home invasions could be connected. The first occurred at the 1400 block of Coventry Manor on Saturday. The second invasion on Tuesday at the 100 block of East 19th Street. Police say 3 black men came through a sliding door at 10 p.m. on Saturday and robbed the victims at gunpoint, taking a computer and cash. Then on Tuesday at 12:45 a.m., 3 black men kicked in the front door of the home and stole a cell phone, a TV, drugs, and cash. An altercation began between the suspect and victim. A handgun went off, but no one was injured. There are no suspects at this time. If you have any information, call Lawrence Police Department at 832-7509 or Crime Stoppers at 843-8477. Calls to Crime Stoppers can be made anonymously, and there's a $1,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest. The Kansas legislature voted to keep public broadcasting funds in the state's budget. This came after speculation that allocated funds to Kansas' 9 public broadcasters would be cut or removed. KUJH reporter Allison Hammond has the story.
Back in 2008, Kansas allotted $3.8 million for public broadcasting. Today, that number is $600,000. Even though budget negotiators agreed to preserve that amount for the next fiscal year, these stations, like Kansas Public Radio here at KU, remain a target for cuts. In September of 1952, Kansas Public Radio began streaming its classical music and smooth tones. Those tunes are a niche part of KPR, which emphasizes arts and information programming, as well as live performances.
Your place for NPR News.
Unlike most radio stations, KPR is not funded by advertising. Instead, about 29% comes from KU.
We hope you'll consider making a pledge today.
About 57% comes from private support like membership and underwriting. About 12% comes from the federal government. And less than 2% comes from the state of Kansas.
It is reliable. It's been pretty consistent, but it can change at the drop of a hat. You never know.
For one more fiscal year, though, KPR knows the $29,000 it gets from the state are guaranteed. The Kansas legislature voted to keep its $600,000 appropriation to public broadcasting in its budget for next year.
You have to question, is it a necessity? Those of us addicted to it would probably say yes.
Not everyone agrees with the legislature's decision.
I'm not opposed to public broadcasting existing. It's just a matter of, I don't see a need for us as legislators to use money for public broadcasting.
Other states have succeeded in pushing to eliminate state funds for public broadcasting. 4 states now devote no money to the operations in their budgets. To Janet Campbell, who's been at KPR for 35 years, it's no surprise when the Kansas legislature looks to cut funding. Fortunately, listeners wouldn't really notice a difference if KPR lost its state dollars, though its signal and troubleshooting abilities would suffer.
I can't say what storm might come up and what lightning might strike.
On a national scale, since 2002, the percentage of public broadcasting revenue from state and local sources has decreased over 6 percentage points. That's the largest decrease of all revenue sources. For KUJH News, I'm Allison Hammond.
Campbell said she heard reports the budget could be cut to $400,000, but that number proved to be false. The $600,000 remains consistent with last year's budget. The KU Student Senate election is finally coming to a close. Tonight, the members of this year's and next year's Student Senate will gather in Alderson Auditorium for a joint Senate. The old administration will finish its final business, and the newly elected Senate will begin. Tonight, Grow KU's Morgan Saeed and Miranda Wagner, as well as their newly elected senators, will take office. Their executive staff will be announced, and their administration will begin. UDK reporter Amelia Arvidsson covered the entire election and gives us some insight on what to expect tonight and in the future.
Tonight is joint Senate. Current Student Senate will pass the power on to Grow KU, so Marcus and Emma Holling will give their responsibilities to Morgan Saeed and Miranda Wagner. I believe Morgan was involved in the Watkins renovation, so that will happen and continue this summer. As far as their new platforms, I think they are trying to have a concert in the fall to go along with Hawk Week, so there might be some movement with that, just depending on their contacts and if that is going to happen.
Amelia will be live tweeting at the Joint Senate. You can follow her on Twitter at Amelia Arvison. Still to come, President-elect Morgan Said will be in studio to speak about her thoughts going into the Joint Senate. Students take up a lot of jobs during the school year. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the number of people in the Lawrence workforce gains around 4,000 workers when school is in session. As summer nears, students prepare to leave and thousands of jobs are becoming available for those who stay. Walking down Mass Street, help wanted signs are everywhere. Local food service and retail businesses are some of the most common places in need of workers. But retail and food service jobs aren't the only ones in abundance. During the summer, according to Shelley Barnhill of the Lawrence Workforce Center, summertime is prime time for service jobs.
Mainly there's a lot of maintenance work, such as painting and construction and just general preparing rental property for when the students come back.
If you're still looking for a summer job, the Lawrence Workforce Center can make the search easier. The center helps job seekers by providing job opportunities, skills training, and mock interviews. The center is located at 25th and Iowa and is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. We are looking at potential severe weather tomorrow. The primary threats are large hail and high winds gusting to 30 miles per hour. Isolated tornadoes are possible. Let's take a more detailed look at the incoming storm. So the storm is set to start at 3 in the morning, and it's going to increase by 60% chance at 9 in the morning, and by 1 it's going to be about a 70% chance with winds gusting to 20 miles per hour. Now let's take a look at your 3-day outlook. So we're going to get a little break from the rain on Friday with it being in the high 60s, and the rain's going to come back Saturday, but there's only 30% chance of it, and it's going to be in the high 70s. After the break, President-elect Morgan Said will be in studio to discuss her coalition's journey through the tough road to Student Senate. Stay with us. Thank you for joining us. The Joint Senate is tonight, and that is where the newly elected Senate will start their year in office. Here with me right now is President-elect Morgan Said. Morgan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me, how hard was your campaign?
It was a lot of fun. I don't know if hard was the right word. There was a lot of hard work that went into it, but I look back on it fondly. I am glad that it's over, though.
How excited are you to be taking office tonight?
I am very excited. It has been a long couple of weeks for everyone involved, and so we are ready to really solidify our executive staff and move forward.
So Grow KU only received about a third of the votes, while Jayhawkers received about 2/3. How do you feel about that going into office, knowing those statistics?
I think that we won fairly. We played the game with dignity. I'm so proud of Grow KU and all that we've done, and it doesn't affect us.
So tonight for the Joint Senate, what are you looking forward to the most?
I am looking forward to announcing our executive staff. I think that everybody will be pleasantly surprised, hopefully, by the choices that we made. The office dynamic, I think, will be very unprecedented, and I can't wait to get rolling.
Well, Morgan, enjoy your night tonight,
Thank
and
you.
good luck in the future with everything. Thank you for joining us. That does it for your Wednesday news. For the latest news, you can visit kansan.com. Be sure to tune in for the KU Joint Student Senate session. Coverage starts at 5:50, and you can watch at tv.ku.edu. For KUJH News, I'm Tomas Hoppough. Have a good night.